Hello folks. So since home drop we talked a lot about transfer moves returning and all, and if they're returning, they're not returning, are they not? They ended up not, but it looks like they are returning with the new DLC, the first one. I think it's a Teal Mask, whatever it is. According to this, I think this was originally, yeah, it was Japanese. It was a Japanese leak. I don't know if it is as much of a leak as it was a review, but they talked about how in the Armor Island, so Isle of Armor, expansion pass, there was glass sliders, which I believe was Scorching Sands, or maybe that was Quiet Flames. And then Poltergeist, obviously Poltergeist. Up on Barisha, I'm assuming that's actually glass sliders is probably Grassy Glide. This is probably Scorching Sands. This is Poltergeist, and I can't remember what this one is. But basically, all the moves are returning. And I wasn't originally going to talk about this, but I see Pokemon putting clickbait. You guys know I love Pokemon. I see him putting this clickbait out here. Huge DLC news. These here, like, bro, it's all huge news. Like, dude, titles like this literally make me want to vomit, dude. I don't want to unsubscribe, but like a title like this literally makes me want to vomit. So I'm not going to clickbait y'all. I just want to have a talk about all the teams that are coming back, because I've talked about it before. I want to keep up with this news. So I went to this random Stunfisk post, and then Central Leagues also put this out. So I feel like I have a pretty, like, there's a decent amount of sources. I mean, all these sources are basically pointing to this source. So hopefully this source is accurate. If it's not, I do apologize, and I will put an editor's note on the video. But anyway, let's get into it. So, I have covered this shit before. And basically, I talked about the Pokemon that are in Gen 9 that were, I don't know if they were Dexed or not. But basically, these are Pokemon in Gen 9 right now that had their moves cut that they really freaking need. But now they'll be returning. So, Raichu Alola, Rising Voltage, this will be very good. Again, I don't know where Raichu Alola right now is. It's in PU. Is that along with Pincurchin, or is Pincurchin ZU? Okay, so yeah, dude, Raichu Alolan stocks are up, dude, if Rising Voltage comes back. Rillaboom, apparently Grassy Glide got nerfed to 60 base power, is what I'm hearing. So it won't be as strong. It'll probably be forced to run the Choice Band, but still pretty cool. Carbink and by extension Diancie Misty Explosion, allowing them to be better pivoters when setting up Trick Room. Not that they're really great Trick Room setters, at least in the higher tiers. I know Carbink was like the #1 Pokemon in the lower tiers for a little bit. Moltres gets Scorching Sands back, which is great to hit Heatran with. Also gives... it doesn't really want to give up U-Turn or Will-O-Wisp though. I was talking to Phil about this. I don't know if you really want to get rid of Will-O-Wisp or U-Turn. I personally would get rid of Will-O-Wisp, but I'm a lucky guy like that personally. But yeah, anyway. I originally put Zapdos and Articuno here, but Defog's not a TM confirmed yet, so not really necessary. Indeed, gets an expanding force back though, which is huge for the expanding force teams. We'll go over that in a little bit again. Gardevoir. This was totally unrelated. Yeah, some of these are Pokemon that were supposed to get transfer moves from Gen 8 games. So for Gardevoir, that'd be Ice Beam from Pokemon Arceus, but that never ended up happening. Decidueye getting Poltergeist back is a pretty big deal because it doesn't really have much good ghost moves. Yeah, like its best physical ghost move is Phantom Force, or I guess Spirit Shackle is not terrible, but Poltergeist is way better. You get to learn what the opponent's move is, and it's pretty powerful. 110 accuracy, it's not too bad. Weavile getting Triple Axle back though will be huge. You can run it with loaded dice, which is also really fun. Dragonite will get Dual Wing Beat back, and in a Terra metagame, I think that'll be pretty terrifying. Barraskewda will get Flip Turn back, which will finally separate it from its counterpart, which is Floatzel right now. Maybe finally give it a niche again in the higher tiers, because it really misses Flip Turn, folks. And we got Garchomp with Scale Shot, so Garchomp might remain OU for the generation with getting Scale Shot back. I mean, Scale Shot's a pretty big deal on Garchomp, so it could be an offensive attacker once again, because we all know 102 speed is not really that fast these days. So those are old Pokemon. Here are new Pokemon who weren't in previous game, or weren't in Gen 8 at least, that this is completely speculation. There is nothing concrete about these, but I'm just looking through the moves, and this is what I think Pokemon may get. So, Xianpao getting Triple Axle, it's definitely a possibility. I don't think it's that likely because it's a quadrupedal Pokemon. It could happen though. It would make it very lethal. It would completely outclass every other Dark and Ice type, aka Weavile, if that happened. So, I kind of want it to happen for the memes. But, Koraidon could get Scale Shot, which would be huge because right now its speed ties at 135. 135 speed tier is very crowded in Ubers. It ties with Fluttermane, Miraidon, and, other Koraidon. So, Scale Shot would be huge. You take on speed ties with Fluttermanes that are boosted by its Orchichalcum Pulse, Sunny Day. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. Dondozo Flip Turn. I don't think this one is very likely, but it could happen. It'd probably make Dondozo a lot more viable. I think a lack of pivot really, really hurts Dondozo right now, so I think Flip Turn would be interesting on it. Iron Treads. So, Iron Treads is an interesting one because I was like, Iron Treads could get Steel Roller, and that would be really cool. Because it's like, it's in UU right now, where Rillaboom is somewhat common. And I realized upon looking at it, apparently it already gets Steel Roller. So, I'm going to make a Steel Roller Iron Treads videos one of these days, very soon. But, yeah, apparently Iron Treads already gets Steel Roller. So, kind of a moot point. A Great Tusk got Steel Roller, though. That'd be pretty cool. Sandy Shocks, there's two moves. Of course, Rising Voltage and Scorching Sands. I think the odds of it getting Scorching Sands is pretty low. I mean, it just doesn't seem like a Pokemon that would use Scorching Sands. But if it got it, I think it would be an inferior Earth Power anyway. So I probably wouldn't even run it if it got it. But it might run Rising Voltage on the rare electric terrain team. Lilligant, his UI, I think it'll probably get Grassy Glide and Triple Axle. I mean, Triple Axle's pretty obvious. I mean, look at those legs. Like, damn! And then Grassy Glide, of course, too. Because, I mean, it's a grass type. I don't think it'll ever have a reason to run Grassy Glide, though. Because, I mean, your abilities are Chlorophyll and Leaf Guard, right? And Hustle's a new trap, so if you run this, you're shit anyway, and you're asking to lose. So, yeah. I don't think it'll run Grassy Glide that much. I do think Triple Axle, though, will really help with its coverage, though. Quaquaval. If Quaquaval got Flip Turn, it would really, really help with its pivoting. You could run a Rapid Spin Flip Turn set with Quaquaval then, which would be really interesting. So yeah. Gudra's ZUI, I think it'll probably get Meteor Beam. I don't think it'll be that useful on it, but we never know. So I do think it'll get Meteor Beam though. It would finally give it a way to boost itself because it doesn't get plot or anything. So, Basque Legion, Poltergeist. If Basque Legion got Poltergeist, man, this thing would rise up immediately so fast. I don't think it looks like a Pokemon to really use Poltergeist because they don't really have hands or anything. But it's always a possibility. And then Flip Turn 2. If it got Flip Turn, that'd be pretty awesome. I think there's a pretty good chance it could get Flip Turn, actually. So, and then Overquill getting Flip Turn as well. Yeah, I mean, Flip Turn's a good move. I think there's a good chance of it getting it, honestly. It would help it in rain teams, make it pretty threatening, give it some more water moves, although it already has like a shit ton between Aqua Tail, Jesus, Aqua Jet, Aqua Tail, Liquidation, Waterfall. Like, it already gets a lot, but yeah, anyway. So there's a couple others. I just want to type in Electric real quick and show you guys all the potential Rising Voltage ones. Regelicate getting it back would be crazy in Ubers, actually. Comboed with Miraidon, and actually be insane. Iron Hands doesn't really benefit from it at all. Belly Bolt could. It could. It probably wouldn't be likely, though. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it in terms of Rising Voltage. Flip Turn is way more interesting, though. No, I don't want to actually wait. Hold on. No, that's my bad. I just need to type in water. Yeah. So I think there's a good chance that Greninja might learn it, since Greninja also learns U-turn, but it doesn't really strike me as flip turning as much as U-turn, because like Pelipper got U-turn, but it didn't get flip turn. So Samurott, if the Samurotts got flip turn, that would be absolutely insane, because they don't have a pivoting move right now. However, I don't think they will probably get flip turn. I don't see it. But if Hisuian and Samurott got flip turn, that would add a ton more depth to its lead set. So I think it'd be interesting. Alomomola getting flip turn would actually help it so much. Flip turn would be an amazing move. Wish passing would be so much more effective. If Alomomola gets flip turn, I really think it will, by the way. I think Alomomola has a great chance to get flip turn. That would be a great addition to its kit. Basculegion gave flip turns good. Not as effective as the male counterpart, of course, as it has 20 less base attack. But, still good. Tatsugiri getting it as well would be pretty good for it. Especially since Tatsugiri doesn't exactly have much of a move pool right now. I know it's 50 base attack, but like it doesn't have, I don't believe it has U-turn. Yeah, it does not have U-turn. So I think that would really help it out. Is there any lower tier Pokemon I thought? Bruxic getting it would be pretty good. Floatzel getting it would be very good as well. I think Floatzel probably has a better chance of getting it than Bruxish. Bruxish? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that thing, dude. Y'all know I'm bad at pronunciating the Pokemons. Alright. Veluza probably has a chance to get it as well. And I assume Wishcaster as well. But I think Wishcaster was in the last game, and I don't think it got it. So, yeah. Let me see if there's any other. I have all the moves. Oh, yeah, Psychic. I want to look up the Psychic types who are going to get Expanding Force. So, Espathar's probably going to get Expanding Force. I don't really think that'll... Actually, that could help it on Psy Spam teams. I don't know how common Psy Spam is in Ubers, though, to be honest. So... did I talk about Hatterene getting Misty Explosion back? I don't know if I did or not. It would help it with its pivoting potential, though. If I didn't do that, my bad. Yeah, I didn't do that. My bad. Yeah, Hatterene getting Misty Explosion, because I got it last generation, will help it a lot with its Trick Room pivoting crap. You can use Healing Wish too, but I think Misty Explosion is actually the better option. Hoopa getting it would be crazy, and I think there is a good chance Hoopa will get it. That will be insane. Iron Leaves could get it. I don't think that makes a huge difference, because you'd still rather use electric terrain with the Iron Leaves, but it'd be interesting. Armorjari gets it. Braviary getting it could be nice. I don't think it'd make a huge difference, but I mean, it's in the same tier with Armarouge and the Indeedee, so you never know. I'm trying to see any other Expanding Force guys. Farigiraf getting it would be huge for VGC at least, and I think Delphox getting it would help it in VGC somewhat as well. That's all I'm seeing. Meloetta, yeah, Meloetta getting it would be helpful for it, but I mean, I don't think it's changing too much if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, that's really all in terms of Expanding Force guys, I think. Let me know if I missed one in the comment. Any relevant ones, that is. As I point to Screamtail, because Screamtail is shite. And by shite, I mean shit. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think those are the main beats on one hit. Dual Wing Beat. I looked at the flying types. I think Dragonite's pretty much the only dual Wing Beater that'll really benefit from it that much. Misty Explosion would actually be good for an Amorous as well. I forgot to mention that. I don't know if Amorous is the type of Pokemon that would get Misty Explosion, but it would probably help it quite a bit. Especially because people usually just throw Healing Wish on in the last slot anyway. So Misty Explosion might be better. Just, go out with a huge bang. I mean, that might be more helpful than getting a Wish Pass that may or may not even be, effective. So, yeah, I think that's it. Also, I forgot to mention, Toxic might be returning, or it's not might be, it is returning. So, I've heard Blissey, rising from its Inu grave because of it. I am curious to see if Toxic gets the same distribution or not. I think it's been my personal opinion. It's been very nice not having to think about every single Pokemon having toxic. Like, it makes the meta so much more streamlined, in my opinion. It makes it a whole lot more fun. Stall is basically dead this generation, which, in my opinion, is a good thing. I fucking hate Stall. Nothing fills me with more dread than seeing a Stall team on the opposing side of the field. Good riddance. So I hope it comes back with limited distribution and not unlimited distribution, because we saw unlimited distribution in previous generations. So yeah, I hope it doesn't come back with the same vengeance. And I'm also curious to see if Scald's going to come back or not. Scald would be huge for a lot of Pokemon as well. So I'll be curious to see if Scald comes back, or if, because, you know, we saw Milotic. We speculated that it was Scald because, you know, it has the same animation as Volcanion using Scald. So we'll just have to see. Also, before y'all go, the four like mask Pokemon or whatever, they had their typings revealed. So I honestly don't know which Pokemon is connected to which, but one of them is a poison fighting guy, one of them is a poison psychic guy, one of them is a poison fairy guy, which I believe this is the first time we've had a poison fairy type, which is pretty cool. And then Ogerpon, which is the Teal Mask. He is the mascot guy. These are all speculative typings, but as Central Leak said here, based on old leaker hints, alternative they could be grass, fire, water, rock, which, wait, isn't that what he just said? Oh, grass / fire, water, rock instead of ghost / these two. But there's Centro saying that pretty much a grass ghost is confirmed. The other thing though is that Bloodmoon Ursaluna. I haven't talked about Bloodmoon Ursaluna. It looks like it's some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of like Ash Greninja situation, I guess. If you guys haven't seen Bloodmoon Ursaluna, I have it in my Discord. If y'all want to check it out. Someone put the images there. I might scroll down and look real quick. But yeah, apparently you can't evolve Ursaring into Bloodmoon Ursaluna. The only way to get it is to catch it in already evolved in that form. So yeah, I'm interested to see what the hell this Bloodmoon Ursaluna situation is. Let me see if I can. Okay. Yeah, Central Leaks has a bunch of good info about the new leaks. So if you guys have, I'll link Central Leaks IIO. Again, I do apologize if any of this information ends up being incorrect, and I will add an editor's note as soon as I find out more. And I will also pin a comment down below as more info comes out specifically about this TM thing. So thank you all very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. How do you guys feel about all these moves coming back? Did I do an okay job not clickbaiting? I really don't want to clickbait with these news videos. I just want to keep them, you know, like there was a like the wild UU drops, the last video I did. I wanted, because they really were wild. They weren't, but I didn't want to say insane UU drops, you know, because like, I don't know. I just get something about the word insane in all caps just makes me want to punch my laptop, dude. So yeah, let me know if I did okay with that. But yeah, let me know if I missed anything down in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate all the love recently. Make sure to check out the Axle Breakers, my Rocket League channel. I'll have that in the end card, and it's also in the description below as always. So thank you all for watching. See you next time. Peace.